If Mr. Brown asked you whether you increased the profit margin on burgers, you would be able to answer the question, I'm sure. He is asking you, did you intentionally increase the margin on petrol? Yes or no?
We set our strategy. The margin is an output of our strategy.
Well, I understand that, but
yes or no? Did you plan to increase the margin on sale of petrol?
Now, did the rather superb SNP MP Allan Brown fantastically expose this rather greedy Asda co-owner? Well, that's up for you to decide. But anyway, hello there, and I do hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Now, in the Business and Trade Committee meeting on the Wednesday the 19th of July this year, they were grilling Mohsin Issa CBE co-owner of Asda, sorry for butchering your name, and Hayley Tatum, Senior Vice President, and basically, as you can see, Allan Brown just wanted a very simple yes or no answer. Well, you can guess where this is going, can't you?
Your answers about no change of fuel strategy are completely at odds from the evidence we've heard of the Competitions and Market Authority. So they say, by remarkable coincidence, after you took over, by remarkable coincidence, Asda decided to double its targeted profit margin on fuel in 2022 and then decided to increase it further in 2023. And what CMA found was that the profit targeted margin per litre of fuel is 3 times higher now than it was in 2019. So are their findings correct, yes or no?
What I will say is during that period, our strategy did not change in terms of fuel pricing. Margin is an output of strategy. We sort of more than invested that margin into food where we sort of...
Right. Well, I said yes or no, so is their findings correct? Asda deliberately decided to target higher margins per sale of fuel?
We don't see this as a fuel business on its own. It's not. We see this as a holistic...
Was it a conscious decision to increase margins on fuel and trebling of the margin in 2023 compared to 2019?
Our margins went down from 2.7% to 1.7%. We took a profit cut of 24%, so we did not...
Did you target an increased margin per litre sale of fuel?
We don't see this as a holistic fuel business. We see this as a holistic business.
I know Asda's argument, it's one big business, but the whole point is, did you target increased margins on fuel? You can argue you're using it to subsidise some other part of the business. Did you target increased margins on fuel?
Our strategy did not change. I control the pricing in Asda, and that's what we did. Our strategy was the price leader.
I'll go again, so it's a yes or no answer. Did Asda deliberately target increased margins on fuel sales per litre?
We don't see this as a fuel business, so you can't.
I know, but it's yes or no. Did Asda plan to increase margins on fuel at point of sale?
We set our strategy, and then it's for the market to price where they price.
Mr. Issa, you...
Sorry for interjecting, but I just want to ask a question, and it's a simple one. The reason why I'm interjecting is because I get the feeling that Darren Jones, the chair of the Business and Industry Select Committee, is getting frustrated with the fact because these two are being incredibly slippery and slimy, and they're doing it exactly the same thing as what they were doing with every other MP on his committee to Allan Brown, being incredibly slippery and slimy, talking shop, and just think they can just get away with it. And I think he had enough, and it's not what he said at the end of the first time he interjects, it's what he said at the end that makes me think that he's getting rather frustrated with them because they are disrespecting his select committee members. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below.
You are required to answer the question. If Mr. Brown asked you whether you increased the profit margin on burgers, you would be able to answer the question, I'm sure. He is asking you, did you intentionally increase the margin on petrol? Yes or no?
We set our strategy. The margin is an output of our strategy.
Well, I understand that, but
yes or no? Did you plan to increase the margin on sale of petrol?
I mean, as I said, we don't see it as a holistic. We see it as a holistic business.
But we only want the one-word answer, yes or no.
It's not a one-word answer question, is it? Because
It
it's
can
not.
be.
If it was a fuel business, I could answer that yes or no.
Mr. Issa, you just said to the committee, I quote, I control the prices.
Yes.
So you just said you control the prices. Mr. Brown is asking you what your decision was in control of the prices of petrol. Did you put the margin up? It's a simple question.
I set the strategy. The strategy was.
You just told us you set the prices. Did you increase the price?
We put the price on.
Margin. The price that you charge. Did you increase the margin?
We set the strategy to be the price leader.
I'm not asking you about the strategy. I'm asking you about the margin. Did you increase the margin?
The margin is the output of the strategy, sir.
I don't care whether it's an input or an output. I'm asking you on the question. Did you increase the margin?
I do not control the margin. I control the strategy as the input.
Who controls the margin?
The market.
How?
We set our price.
You set the price, and what we're asking you is whether you intentionally set the price so that you would increase your margin.
We set the price, and then others have an opportunity to undercut us.
Alan, sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah, I still didn't get that yes or no, so...
I fear we may need to give up,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Am I right about Darren Jones? If so, let me know. And if I'm not, we're not. I'm a big boy. I can take it. Just let me know down below. Also, the reason why I thought Allan Brown was brilliant here, because he wouldn't let him off the hook, would he? He was determined to either you're going to say yes or no, or you're going to show yourself up as somebody who's incredibly slippery and slimy. And because they didn't say a yes or no answer, it told you everything you needed to know about these pair of slimy characters, didn't it? If you enjoyed what Allan Brown had to say and what he did, give him a like. I thought it was brilliant. Also, if you're new to my channel, and I'm one of these where I like to show that not all MPs are the same. They're not all greedy so-and-sos. They want to work hard for their constituencies. And if you like something like that, subscribe. Because I cover all sorts of things, be it in the House of Commons to stuff like this in the select committee meetings. Also, if you see something that you think my channel could help give more traction to, let me know down below, because I only have one pair of eyes. I'm unlike Jack Jones, and I'm just a one-man band, so I will not see everything. And that's where your help is very much needed. But anyway, I shall leave the video here, and until the next time, I shall bid you farewell and take care, my friends.